Greetings everyone, Ronan Mack here. Hoping the day is finding you well. So I am engaged in a conversation with the family uh, about PCs and upgrading your PCs and possibly purchasing PCs. Figured I'd make a little video explaining at least my base of knowledge, limited though it may be. See if I can help him out and help you guys out as well. I came across their vlog watching everyone's favorite family, the Shaytards. Color me jealous. He got to meet them in real life, and so anyway, I started watching his vlog, and he's actually quite good. I'd recommend checking him out. I'll put a link down in the comments bar for all 8 or 9 of you that come to my channel. If you wanted to check him out, I'd highly recommend it. He's actually quite skilled at vlogging. I'll give you the basics and things to look for when you're buying a new PC, and then I'll show you some of the work that I've done on my computers. It evolved into sort of an obsession of mine. When you're buying a PC, if you go to Best Buy or a retail store, Target, Walmart, whatever, generally speaking, you want to look at the processor in the PC, because if you're buying a store-bought PC, your RAM is always going to be, generally speaking, the bare minimum, as well as the power supplies are just enough to operate what they have in there. So you want to look at your processor. Generally speaking, I would recommend buying the best processor that's out there right now, so like an i7 quad core or something, simply because that's the heart of the computer, and that's going to give you longevity with your PC. You also want to look at what you're going to use it for. If you're buying a computer just to do emails and surf the internet, you don't need that much. If you're getting into hardcore gaming or video editing, you're going to need a substantial amount of RAM, and if you're doing gaming, you definitely you'll want to look into upgrading your video card to the best that you can. That's going to give you the better FPS or frames per second. And like I said, if you're buying a store-bought PC, generally they've got the weakest power supply that they could possibly put in there, simply because it makes the PC more affordable, and you're not going to need more than that unless you want to upgrade. So if you're upgrading a graphics card, you're going to want to upgrade your power supply, generally speaking, to go along with it, and then that's going to be an even greater investment of money. PC RAM in a nutshell, it's basically what your RAM is it's like a work table for your computer. So you've got, 2 gigs of RAM. That's how big the desk is. So your computer can pull things out of the filing cabinet and lay them out on the desk, and it's all right there, and it can work quicker because it's on the workspace. If you use all your RAM up, your computer has to go to the hard drive or your file cabinet and pull things out, put things back, move back and forth. That's going to slow down your work process, wear out your hard drive, and can cause crashing. So the bigger you can make your workspace, the more RAM you can put in there, the faster your PC is going to process. RAM is generally the cheapest and easiest way to upgrade a PC, especially if it's a store-bought PC. You don't have to worry about your power supply. As long as you do your research on the PC, I mean, if you know your model number and stuff, you can usually type, HP 2300 whatever in the Google bar, and it's going to show you, you'll be able to find pretty quickly what RAM your personal PC can run. So generally speaking, when you're looking to buy RAM, I've searched high and low around my local area. There's not really any retail stores that you can buy RAM at. I mean, like Best Buy and stuff carry RAM, but it's generally low quality, um, not that great RAM, as it were. Alright, this is my primary PC right here. This is a Gateway FX 6800. Bought this at Best Buy over a year ago, I think now. Like I said, basically when I was looking at PCs, I wanted something that had Intel i7, because that was the best processing chip that they had out there at the time. And then I went to work modifying it to my own needs. Busted this thing open so we could look inside. I don't know how well you can see in there, but it's always good to pop open your PC once in a while and clean the dust out and stuff too. But I did put in a GTX 295 graphics card, which was top of the line at the time. It's a little dated now, but it's still workhorse. It does well for me. This one's a BFG. They're out of the graphics card business now, but they were, in my opinion, they were the best manufacturers when I bought. So all this stuff I got on Newegg.com, because like I said, most of this stuff you can't find in a retail store. You got to buy it online, and I've always had good results with Newegg. Okay, so you can see in the back there, those are the RAM chips. I've got 6 slots total. I've got 3 1 gig chips that are what came with the computer, and then I've got 3 2 gig Corsair RAMs. Corsair is one of the better manufacturers. Kingston's another good one to look at, but Corsairs are probably the best that I've used so far. And up top there we've got the BFG. That's a 1000-watt power supply. I needed something a little more beefy to run the graphics card down there, and I wanted plenty of power, so if I wanted to upgrade and run 2 graphics cards at some point, like 2 295s, I would have the power to be able to allow me to do so. And this is what she looks like when she's up and running. You can see I've got 2 additional fans that I put on myself. Obviously you got the one fan that runs to cool the processor there, and then I've got one little blue in the front to pull air in, and I've got a bigger one in back pushing air out. Just keeps everything cool. When you're running graphics cards, it tends to heat up the insides. If you're not going to need to worry about putting additional fans on there. The Corsair RAM, really can't see, but it's got heat sinks on there that help keep those cool, but your RAM generally doesn't run that hot unless you were doing something real crazy. Just a side note, one of the other features I liked about this one is it's got this little pop-up panel there. You could plug in your data cards or USB ports right in there. I use that for my gaming headset. It's just convenient rather than wrestling around the back to plug stuff in all the time. And then it's got a little mic port and another USB port there as well. And you can kind of see where I got my intake fan. I had to cut the panel out of there just to get the airflow through. And it's got little plug ports here for jump drives. Now this little puppy here is my own personal creation. Like I said, I was obsessed with upgrading my PC. I ended up damaging the motherboard on my HP that I used to have, and I had to order a new motherboard, and of course I ordered the wrong one, so it was too large to fit in the case. So I had a full tower compact Presario that was a way older computer of mine, and I pulled the guts out of the HP, put the hard drive in here into the large case. It actually works pretty well, and this is what the boy uses for a computer downstairs. Now you can see we've got the wireless port there, so he can jump on the internet. Doesn't have to use my computer because we don't allow that here. I'll show you how easy Game Booster is to use. This is another trick that I recommended he tried just to free up resources. Basically it'll pull up, it'll show you how much RAM you're using. I've got 9, I'm using 1.9 right now just to run background applications. Click to boost, it's going to shut off all the applications that are running in the background that you don't need. It says 34 apps stopped. Okay, and then it'll show you how much RAM you're currently using, how much you have free, the page file, and your CPU. I mean, I'm not doing anything right now, so obviously the processor is basically inert. But so if you look at your window task manager, that'll show you your PC usage and your memory usage currently. This is probably a little more accurate than the indicators that you'll find in the Game Booster, simply because it's right in the Windows platform. So I take a look at this. I'm going to open up my video editing software. Alright, you can see this is a very small little clip. I was just rendering to show you that the resource is going up. It's using 2 gigabytes of RAM right now. If it was a larger file, it would probably go above that. So if you were running 2 or 3 on your PC, it could easily overwhelm it and shut it down. So I do tend to ramble on incoherently sometimes when I get into my geek mode. In a nutshell, if you're looking to buy a new PC, like I said, I would recommend just shopping around, see what's on sale, and look at buying a computer with the best processor that you can afford, and plan on upgrading your RAM, because like I said, when you buy store-bought PCs, generally speaking, they put the cheapest and lowest amount of RAM in them that they can get by with, simply because it makes the PC more affordable for the consumer. So it's good because most people don't need it, but if you're doing video editing, you're going to want to upgrade your RAM. Like I said, you can check out Newegg. That's the best online resource I found for purchasing RAM. Just make sure you do your research based on the model of PC that you have, so you know you're buying the right RAM. And putting it in is easy because you just have 2 little catches there. You pop it out, put the new RAM in, and fire up the PC, and it should start right up. You will notice most likely, if you have a minimum amount of RAM and then you upgrade, even your web browsing is going to speed up, simply because it can, it's got a larger workspace, so it'll refresh your web pages, especially ones that you visit more frequently, will pop up quicker, and it will speed up your PC. So for anybody with a lagging computer, upgrading your RAM is the quickest, easiest, and cheapest way to improve your PC's performance. Another thing you might want to look into is making sure that you have recently defragged your hard drive. This is a process that can take a little bit of time, especially if you don't do it frequently. That will help boost your PC performance as well. I can't tell you how many people I've talked to that never defrag their hard drive and wonder why their PC's not running well. It's just a way of cleaning up and streamlining the internal processes. Worth doing if you can't set your PC up to do it automatically. Just take a couple hours, turn the PC on, set it to defrag, go watch a movie, and then a couple hours later it should be done. Worth looking into as well. Alright, so that's all I have. Thanks for letting me share my geekiness with everyone. Like I said, if you have any questions and I could possibly help you with, leave a comment or send me a PM, and I'll give you the best advice that I can. Thanks for watching, and you all have a great day.